Lab report number 1. I've never felt this sick before. I'm shaking, feverish, barely able to stand up. The days are blurring into each other. I don't care. I've got to continue. I've got to win, if only to wipe that stupid smile off Maxwell's bastard face. I couldn't care less about my day job. Bloody RDI, all day shuffling around like a zombie. Fitting, because that's exactly what we are. White-coated automatons exhaustively testing, analyzing, recording. Tiny links in Omegaton's hierarchical chain. Forced to work separately on small tasks so we can never glimpse the whole picture. Well, let those fat bureaucrats do what they like. I live for the nighttime. I live for the game. Am I getting in too deep? I'm not kidding myself. I know the stakes are far too high. I had to mortgage my house after the last loss. It's to be expected. This is the highest class. I'll bounce back. I know the game, and I know my opponents. My subjects won't let me down. Not after all the improvements I've made. Funny to think it all started out with some insignificant amphibian wriggling and squirming in some stinking cesspool. There's so much more now. And to think the RDI originally wanted cannon fodder disposables? Of course they're still simple, still relatively stupid, but somehow beautiful in their pure, insatiable appetite for brutality, in their magnificent, awe-inspiring ferociousness. A work of art. It was a pure stroke of genius on Henrietta's part, not giving them a mouth, only letting them feed via inhalation of a unique synthetic gas. That was the perfect dog's leash. If they escaped, the hunger would drive them back. Back to us and their sole food source, the synthetic gas within the holding tank. Inspired, I sometimes wonder why they cut the funding. Did the threat disappear? Was it political? Naturally, we have no idea. The Queen Bee never tells the drones. Drones just follow orders, but not this time. This time the drones were brave enough to force their own path. Of course, it didn't start off that way. Before it was cut, the project began much the same way as all new projects do. Standard research pairs present your findings to the whole group. The usual RDI routine. The task consisted of each pair bioengineering a variant of the calamisoid, which would then be set against another pair's variant. Weaknesses were revised, strengths noted. But watching them fight, watching the blood spill and the bones break, something must have happened to us. We steadily became more involved, more immersed. Without being aware of it, we started hanging on every motion, every strike. If our subject won, we won, and we felt elated. If they lost, we lost, and we felt crushed. The puppeteers had started identifying with the puppets. And as any truly great puppeteer knows, in order to bring the puppet to life, you must first invest it with your own spirit.